Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, second day in a row, doing reviews. Yesterday was an energy drink, of course. Now I guess usually they say you're washing something down. Forget it. I'm trying to say, we're going to wash it down, but then I realized that I already reviewed the drink and that doesn't apply anymore. Anyways, forget it. That was very failed humor. Today's review is for Pizza Hut. Specifically, what from Pizza Hut, you may inquire? Well, my friends, it is a new appetizer of theirs. Now, they've already had a pizza with this exact same thing on the crust, but it's a new item. It's something to be reviewed, and perhaps they can taste differently. It's their new stuffed garlic knots. I don't know if they've released an advertising campaign for them yet. If they haven't already, they will soon, and you'll probably see it. Wherever it may be, on TV, online, wherever they display the ads now. And you'll see it, it'll be the same thing they always have. Depending on who they're targeting, it'll either be, a family or some guys at a party or whatever. And you'll see these stuffed garlic knots, and they'll be, so excited about them. They'll be popping them in their mouth like it's literally not the best thing to happen that night, but the best thing to happen in their whole life. It's trying to imply these people on the commercials. Their lives are just so pathetic that these mediocre garlic knots from Pizza Hut are the savior of their existence. But we're delving too deep into this. Alright. I am breaking out the bow tie today. I am. So, okay, what do we have here? Here they are. They're in the box. They actually come, I guess, in this little tray here. There's 3, 5, there's about 10 here. 10 in total. 10 of these little garlic knots. They're pretty small. They're like little nuggets. Could just rip them off, I guess. And here they are. Kind of reminds you of what you used to see on those Cheesy Bites pizzas, But here it is. It's apparently a little garlic knot of bread covered in looks like some butter and some of the garlic seasoning, and it's apparently filled with cheese. So let's eat. Let's see how it tastes. Going in. Come on, you guys. I haven't brought the nap. Oh, here we are. Okay. No, never mind. And let's have another one. This box I can't say I'm a fan of because you got this thing sticking out at me. So I try to put it down like this. Alright, let's eat one more. And then we'll try one. After we see how they taste first, we'll just try one with some marinara sauce and just see how it affects it in any way. Well, here's how it is. Very similar in taste to how they are on the pizza. The stuffed garlic knots pizza. Identical to it. It's already took them off the crust and they put them in a box. Really easy and smart way to make money on Pizza Hut's part, admittedly. Now, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, here's what they taste like. Alright? They're very doughy. You gotta notice that. They're very doughy, they're very thick, and very chewy. Okay, you bite into that, you're gonna be chewing at it for a good long time. You saw me how I was just chewing and chewing and chewing. And that's because it's very doughy, it's very chewy, and it'll take a while to consume in that regard. That could be a benefit or a drawback. If you like chomping on something, good for you, you'll like it. If you want to eat something quick, something just pop in your mouth and swallow in seemingly one gulp, This isn't really probably going to be your item of choice in that regard. Now, of course, there's two other things we all want to know about. The garlic and the cheese inside. Now, let's start with the cheese inside. Unfortunately, just like how the crust was, or just how it was on the pizza, couldn't really taste the cheese. It was there, it was noticeable, a little bit more in these than there was on the pizza. If you remember the review a couple months back from January, I think. Yeah, from January. You can revisit that review now, it's up. But that review, there wasn't almost any cheese in there. Now these, there is some cheese. A little more of a noticeable amount, but still, it is really lacking in flavor. And I think that also has to do with what I'll cover next, the garlic on it, but also just the amount of dough, the amount of thickness, the amount of chewiness in it, and that kind of just dissolves that cheese. It absorbs it, and absorbs its flavor too. So really, I think that it's really just a decorative thing. It's kind of like saying, yeah, well, look what we got. We got garlic knots, but there's cheese in them too. So buy us, buy ours. And I think that's kind of the marketing ploy that Pizza Hut is utilizing here. And finally, the garlic. That's the one thing you really can taste that makes it a little more enjoyable. There is a real strong garlic flavor, a little bit of a saltiness and butteriness to it as well. And that kind of helps add flavor, so it's not just, it's chewy bread. It more has a garlic type flavor to it, a little bit of a butteriness to it. And that makes it a little bit more pleasant. Now, again, it is lacking for sure in some parts. Definitely wish I could have tasted some of that cheese. And I think this is borderline to the point where you're chewing so long it can be almost inconvenient. So that's, of course, how they taste without the sauce, as I famously said back in 2013. Let's see, for the heck of it. Here's the marinara sauce. Let's see if it makes any sort of difference. Let's see this, ladies and gentlemen. Now we'll take a bite here as well. My goodness, review bro, that was the biggest bite I've ever seen you take. I mean, that's one for the books right there. Wow. Why, thank you. Well, marinara sauce made it a bit more pleasant. I'll say that. It added actually a little bit of that. You know how the Pizza Hut marinara sauce is. It adds a little bit of a sweetness to it. So, it really does complement it greatly, and it kind of adds that little bit of a flavor that perhaps this was lacking. So if you do want to order these, the stuffed garlic knots, I think it's an alright appetizer. I think it'll be pretty filling. Don't expect much in the way of the cheese, and certainly utilize that marinara sauce if you are interested in doing so. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this can be available on the $5 flavor menu, I believe it is, from Pizza Hut. $5 for it, and that's it. I actually utilized the flavor menu today. Got a medium pepperoni pizza and these garlic knots. $10. That's it. If you're short on cash, want to get a good meal for cheap, use that $5 flavor menu. It works. It's legitimate. You actually get good food for a real good price. So $5 for this, I think the price is good. Usually something like this would probably be along the lines of $8 from Pizza Hut, but this is just $5. Good deal, good value, and I think they taste all right. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, out of 10, I'm going to be giving these a 7.5 out of 10. Straight up average. Simply due to the fact that you can, it requires another sauce to actually make it taste better. Value is okay. But again, you can't really taste the cheese, which is one of the main things of this. And the chewiness can be a bit of a nuisance as well. Don't disappear on me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 7.5 it is. That's all that I have for you. This is Running an Empty Food Review. I'm your host, Report of the Week, and today's review was for the stuffed garlic knots from Pizza Hut. That's all that I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. VORW will be up in the next few days. Stay tuned for that. More reviews to come. That's all I have. Take care and goodbye.